We waiting to pull. I mean, the guy gonna pat back. I can just pull the guy as soon as he came back because we are almost. Is everybody here, right?
Maybe do a ready check since it's a brute.
Alright, let's check here. It's got a stack because it's a brute here. So if you need to, just pull it into the group. So the AFK. Stack boys.
I don't think Hunter got summoned. Don't know if we want to send people out there to get him or not. But... Lots of ally. Oh, okay.
Let's just clear these groups here, and then we could attempt a warlock summon at the right at the entrance. Stack up. All right, SR's imported. Mark these up. Alex, you here? Can you hear me? Mage tank. Okay.
Mhm.
Lucky Luck and Most Saints. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Anonymous. This is the Anonymous. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Who's that?
The Anonymous, the warrior, the Prot warrior.
Okay, 1 second. Dirio, can you hear me? The hunter?
He's riding on the
So
rage.
we'll have Lucky Luck and Most Saints. Okay, so Lucky Luck and Most Saints. This is gonna be a little difficult without Boomy. Just think about the MDs. Yeah, you're definitely the warrior tank. A nomination. You're gonna
The Anonymous.
Anonimo.
Yeah.
You're gonna tank High King, and then we'll have Black Baba. You're gonna tank X right near High King. We're gonna cleave into X. Oh, 1 second. They're gonna fix the. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Black Baba, you're gonna tank X right near High King so we can cleave and make sure we're getting those kicks for the heals. Basically, we're gonna kill High King and then zone out. Our mage tank, Alex, is gonna tank Moon. And then we'll have our Pally tank top tier on Triangle. Warlocks take care of the Fell Hunters. We'll have Lucky Luck and Most Saints, the 2 hunters in Group 4. You guys are going to tank Square. You guys are just basically going to bait the Polymorph. So when we go to pool, you hunters kind of need to be in position and Arcane Shot into Kigler Square to try to keep him put so he doesn't move. Ideally, we want him to stay where he's at. If he passes a little bit, it's fine. But ideally, we want him to stay put out of the group.
Thank you.
And you guys are just going to DPS on Square. You can put your pets on High King, but the 2 hunters need to be on Square. You're going to bait the Polymorphs back and forth to keep him put. Yeah, so Hunt's Palette, I don't think... Oh, Grounding Totem. I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's for top tier mostly. So we'll have to put top tier in Group 1. So, Sleeko, can you put down Grounding Totem? Sleeko?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Well, the Tremor don't work because it's a direct... It's like a death coil. It's not necessarily a fear. It's the death coil. So the Grounding Totem is actually... Might be a good call there. Might eat the grounding. So when top tier's tanking Triangle randomly does like a death coil, and if you have the grounding down, it might help with that. But I heard it doesn't work for Tremor.
I'll use the pet to help
Yeah.
help him tank. Pet
Oh,
too.
you're talking about High King. Okay,
Yeah, but
yes.
he gonna die before that, I believe.
He might.
Yeah, he might die before that. If not, you're just gonna Berserker Rage that. If I can.
Yeah, plus the Warrior's main tanking it, so he can just rage out of it. So the hunters know their assignments. Lucky Luck and most Stains, you guys are gonna tank square. Try to keep him put, and just fight for threat. It doesn't matter. You just pump damage into square. We're just trying to keep him out of the group. You don't need to stack triangle, but if you want to stay kind of close, so you're getting the grounding and the tremor. If you want to stack them, I guess you can, but mostly we're trying to focus our cleave damage. I'd rather not have him right near us because I want all our cleave damage to go into X to break the bubbles, so then we can kick. Because if we don't break the bubbles on X, we can't kick. So we need to make sure that we're pumping as much damage as we're putting into hiking into blind eye while his bubbles are up. All right, let me message Alex. He doesn't really understand English. So if someone could message Alex, our mage tank, let me see what language he speaks.
What do you need to tell him?
We need to just tell him just the damage, moon, and the spell steal. The magic buff that he gets, because if he has a magic buff on moon, Alex will get one shot. So he needs to just prio spell stealing and just pumping damage into moon. That's it.
He already knows.
I'm not sure if I said it, but dear Yo, can you MD Skull to TheAnonimo, the warrior tank?
Yay.
Thank you. Black Baba, you're gonna have to be quick on the pickup on X. So right when right when they pull, do something, pull X. And then same with top tier, you need to make sure you hit triangle. We don't want our mage tank to get one tapped.
I got you.
Okay, so Alex, I believe, understands, so I'm gonna run a ready check. This is for food buffs and buffs in general. Tanks, make sure you don't have salve on. Okay, it seems like everyone's ready. Oh shit, go, go, go. MD on Duco. Hunters on Kigler. Good job for hiking cleave, guys. Don't be in front of hiking. Someone tell the mage tank you can't be right near him.
Plus, maybe?
Yep. Stack X a little tighter. Cleave it. Hit blind eye. We need to break that bubble. Can we purge it? Very nice. Very nice. So now,
Good pickups, everybody.
Jesus, I think I killed a healer by dragging the boss, but there was no way around that.
Alex
Yeah,
just
that
sent it
happens.
after that ready check.
It worked, that's fine.
Alright, just stay zoned out. There might be a fell hunter up.
Kill.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out.
Good. Can anyone on the inside tell us if the mobs have reset?
There's still one fell hunter in the middle, but
Oh.
he's quite a fair way away.
Okay, we can zone in. Try not to aggro the fell hunter just yet. Let's let as much people zone in, then we can just burst it down. Zone in, zone in. Res are dead. Let's get buffs up. Spot buffs.
Watch out, don't pull the ads.
Yeah, hug left.
Then I guess we're gonna put the brute layers left then. We're probably gonna have the patrol coming back. So we're gonna have 3 brutes. So people need to stack or we can even wipe on this.
Yeah, so we're gonna pull them right here. You see, just pull them right into this nook right here. And then we want to make sure as a DPS that we're inside a little bit so we get knocked back. That we don't get knocked back into the boss ads. Let me mark these up. We'll do Warrior Skull, Druid X. Go ahead and pull them, stack them tight. All DPS stack on the butts of the brutes. We don't want to get charged. Turn away. We got another brute. Go ahead and pick it up. So again, Warrior Skull.
There is a Lair brute patting.
We can take it.
Yeah.
We'll do the Pally Tank on square. Need tremors.
Stack people, stack. There are people that is very far from the other brute. They're gonna get charged.
Like in between them guys. In between them a little bit. Kill that priest. Very nice.
Oh, more brutes, okay.
Yeah, we got triple brute. Alright, same thing. We'll just stack them up nice and tight. Let's leave them down. Guys, stack up. You gotta stack. KOX. Don't want to be in the front of them. They cleave. Alright, Resident. So I'm gonna mark the healers. Just pass by the threshold, just in case we accidentally pull. Just try not to pull. I'm gonna mark the healers. So the whole point of the marks here are to loosely spread, and also when Grull does his knockback, I want the healers and the tanks to move in so they can be into position. The healers can be ready to heal, and the DPS, all the DPS to spread. So tanks, healers go in, DPS out towards the walls. Don't stack on each other. It does like a multiplicative damage. The Shadow Priest, you get an exemption. I'd rather you pump ASAP, so let's get you close by. Alright, healers are marked, Shadow Priest is marked, and obviously the tanks. Everyone check your buffs, food buffs, whatever you gotta get.
We're gonna do pull timer.
So we'll have a nomination. You're gonna main tank this, and then Black Baba, you're gonna eat the hatefuls.
Let's go. Yay.
So let me fix groups a little bit here.
Hey, Anya speak Spanish.
Whopping.
If you could keep top tier, if you could keep Devo up for armor.
Okay.
Get your Warlock cookies, guys. Can we get a? Do we have another Soulwell we can get? Guys, don't take two. Let the other raid get some. The people that haven't gotten one. Alright, this raid checks for food buff and buffs, whatever you got. Gonna run. Alright, looks like everyone's ready. Yeah, healers, loosely spread. Alright, I'm gonna do a pull timer.
Oh, sorry.
Hunters, MD into a nomination, a nomino, right off the rip. Just,
Eh.
Guys, don't touch the boss yet. Let them Pick it up. Just auto attacks. If you can move him towards the middle of the room.
Yeah, I'm moving the boss now.
Do not lust yet. Do not. We'll wait after the first knockback.
Spread.
DPS out. Healers. Tanks in.
2, 1.
And lust. Make sure the tanks are top for the silence. Healers, tanks in, DPS out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Top tanks off.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Silence is out. It's almost over.
Spread.
Set. Cleave the raid and wipe. Very nice.
No Luke. Fuck.
Oh, there's a long one. Woo.
Yeah, we sitting in now.
Okay, so I'll mark myself a skull. I'm gonna be near the boss after this. We have, this is SRJNO. Can you go ahead and give me a roll? It's just one SR. Alright, I'm gonna be near a boss. Just stack on me if you want loot. Skull. Just open trade with me, Geno. We have one of these tier shoulders. It's also SR'd by one person. Can you give me a roll? And we have 2 Defender Pauldrons. Top 2 on this. It's SR'd, by the way. So it's gonna go to Doom and Black.
And I get a 62. It's 43.
I'm not seeing your roll. Hold on, let me scroll up.
I think you rolled before it went out.
I rolled when you said to roll.
Did SR these shoulders. It's gonna go to Black Mama. And Blocka open trade.
Oh, killing me. Oh man.
I mean, it's just SR. There's no reason to roll for the other one before it. And I did say it, so. Alright, so we have boss loot. One of each, it looks like. SR'd by the rogue, Samika. Give me a roll, Samika. We have this is SR'd as well. These boots are open roll. I'll leave it a few more seconds. Alright, 3, 2, 1. We have this is SR as well by Master Spell and
Thank you for the invite, guys.
What a day. It's getting fucked by everyone. GG.
Hace poco hice mi primer Barça 26-27, capítulo 1, donde quería destacar que para mí, a mi juicio, lo más importante es que fichara quien fichara al Barça que no restara, que no viniera a crear problemas al vestuario, con actitudes de divo, arrastrando a otros jugadores, generando ahí algunos clanes tóxicos que pudieran perjudicarnos.
Te peleas mucho.
Para mí eso era más importante, bueno, era y es más importante que cualquier fichaje que pueda hacer el Barça.
Sí, es que se va a hacer una mamá. No,
si además luego consigues añadir jugadores que te mejoren lo que hay, pues entonces, si van a hacer algo, pues... Pero lo primero es eso. ¿Por qué comento esto? Porque lo mismo sucede con el Real Trampas, en algo que no se está comentando de manera más que, bueno, más que sospechosa, pues ya habitual, ¿no? Habitual, siempre tapando los problemas, tapando las situaciones problemáticas, conflictivas. En este caso, lo que comenté en el vídeo anterior y en algunos de los vídeos anteriores, el caso Vinicius, la patata caliente Vinicius, de la que no se está hablando. Están haciendo como que el tema no existe, cuando es, a mi juicio, el mayor problema para solucionar por parte del Real Trampas. Y es que la solución al caso Vinicius es complicada. Es complicada porque hace un año nos intentaban vender con esta típica, por un lado fanatismo, pero por otro lado esa típica prepotencia, ¿no? Esa típica prepotencia ridícula desde el real trampismo y sus trampistas del entorno, que decían, sí, con Florentino no juega nadie, ni Cristiano ni Sergio Ramos, ya visteis lo que les hizo. Pues pobre de Vini si se atreve a intentar hacer lo mismo y tal y cual. Aquí el que siempre gana es Florentino. Si Vinicius se cree que tiene poder para conseguir lo que él quiere, se equivoca. Pues bueno, ha pasado un año y creo que es bastante evidente quién ha ganado el pulso y quién tiene la situación totalmente bajo control, de manera que solo él mismo y una especie de cariño especial al Real Trampas podría resolver la situación favorablemente para el Trampas. Y me explico. Porque, claro, si Florentino renueva a Vinicius, que por cierto, abro paréntesis, es lo más probable, y lo más probable es que se produzca pronto. De hecho, me sorprende que no haya realizado la renovación antes de ir al Mundial, en lo que es algo realmente calamitoso. No sé cómo voy a titular este vídeo, pero va a ser algo así. O sea, la calamidad de Florentino Pérez con Vinicius que amenaza al Real Trampas o algo así. Porque, repito, es que es mucho más importante resolver la situación de Vinicius sacándolo o manteniéndolo dentro de unos parámetros adecuados que cualquier fichaje que puedas hacer, por lo que voy a comentar a continuación. De hecho, esta es una de las razones para ser optimista también esta temporada, dejando claro que para mí la razón para ser optimista es el proyecto del Barça. El proyecto del Barça, los jugadores del Barça, que los jugadores del Barça tengan hambre, mentalidad, eso es lo más importante. Sin eso, pues poco importará lo que haga el Trampas. O sea, es evidente que para mí la clave es lo que haga el Barça. Pero, evidentemente, también no jugamos solos y lo comentamos siempre, ¿no? Bueno, como digo, es calamitoso que no lo haya resuelto antes de empezar el Mundial, porque es que ahora mismo, si lo piensas, Vinicius tiene la situación totalmente bajo control, al punto de que, sí, yo imagino que alguien puede decir, pero venga ya, si es una jugada magistral de Florentino, que lo que está haciendo es poniendo a Vinicius en el mercado para ver si se sale en el Mundial y lo vende por 100 o 150 millones de euros a falta de solo un año de contrato. Esto es pura fantasía, pura ciencia ficción, porque se pueden dar dos situaciones con Vinicius. Bueno, tres en cuanto al tema del Mundial. Por un lado, que brille, que se salga. De hecho, el otro día pues consiguió marcar un gran gol en el empate contra Marruecos.
Guys, we got 2 or more months until phase 3, but we've got to talk about it right now, because the things that are going to go down in this phase are crazy. Literally, it is going to either destroy half the guilds on the server, or cause Blizzard to have to do unprecedented changes that they have literally never done before. Let's talk about everything that's going to be going down, from the pre-nerf versus post-nerf debate we can't actually have because there are no nerfs, the class balancing changes that are seismic. There are classes that literally go to the top of the meters in a massive change. We also got to talk release date. When is this phase actually going to be out? And of course, the economy and the changes and the things that the sweats are doing right now to get a huge advantage. This is everything that's coming to phase 3. So, phase 3 of the Burning Crusade. Illidan, Hyjal, Black Temple, Archimonde. It is the longer and older I get, the more I start to think this might be the peak of the Burning Crusade. Also got the epic gems, the new reps. There is a lot to unpack, but none of it is going to matter in the slightest. The current plans Blizzard has in place are crazy. See, here's the thing. If you look at the nerfs for the Black Temple and Hyjal, heading into Phase 3, there are literally, well, close to 0 nerfs. Okay, you look at the forums, there's like a tiny Archimonde nerf, a very small Mother Shiraz nerf, but that is f***ing it. And go back to 2021. Remember groups wiping at Shiraz, getting stuck there, wiping at Council, getting stuck there, not killing Illidan. Imagine that, but now we have the 2026 player base. I understand my group is not the barometer for quality groups with our 11-hour TKs, but think about even the average runs. Are they really going to have a shot? I specifically remember going back to a lot of guild groups. They would get hard stuck at Mother Shiraz. Their night would end right there. They would not be able to get past her. I also remember doing Council, even in good guilds, we would wipe hour after hour, 12, 15 pulls on Council. It was an insane healing check, tank check, DPS check. Everybody had to be completely on point. Even for a brief time, I was in Peyo's guild, and they were one of the better guilds on the server. Believe it or not, Peyo can really lock in when he wants to. But it didn't matter. We would still get really stuck on some of these bosses. And when you do get past those really tough bosses, you get to Illidan, he is far from And when you do get past those really tough bosses, you get to Illidan, he is far from guaranteed too. I remember just wipe after wipe, very challenging tanking, very challenging healing, and of course serious DPS checks too. Could you imagine seriously going to Illidan and not getting a chance at his Warglaives? Because you literally cannot kill him. But that's just Black Temple too. Hyjal is no picnic. People forget Archimonde is legit hard. They also forget that you can, if you wipe on one of the bosses, literally you have to do all the waves again. There is no catch-up mechanic, there is no checkpoint system, and there is definitely no nerf. That's also assuming you're doing 2,000 plus DPS. That is not anywhere close to a lot of these groups right now. They are a shadow of what groups were back in 2021. I unironically believe that my current guild would not get past the very first boss in Hyjal. I know that sounds like a joke, but I think it's real. If Blizzard is seriously going to come at us with pre-nerf Black Temple and Hyjal, which they have to because there is no other nerfs, then we're going to have severe problems. The majority of the player base is simply not going to clear these raids week 1. I know it sounds insane. I know in the comments you guys are going to flood the comments and say this is the easiest content, your raids are terrible, you should not even be talking about this issue, and I completely get it. But ultimately, whether you make fun of me or not, the reality is you got to agree that Black Temple is going to be on a different level of difficulty than anything we've seen so far. It ultimately begs the question, is Blizzard going to do something drastic, something they have never done before, and actually nerf Black Temple, and actually nerf Hyjal? Or alternatively, they could do something really crazy and leave the raids completely untouched. They did this in Anniversary just a couple months ago. They left Naxxramas completely pre-nerf, and it was insanely hard, and most guilds never cleared it. Maybe that is Blizzard's signal to, hey, if you're casual, go play a fresh season of Discovery Project. Or, even unlikelier, what if at BlizzCon they announce some kind of Classic Plus, and it's actually coming way sooner than we think? Now, I know, it's a stretch, but imagine that would make perfect sense. You have this sweatier version of TBC, and you also have, say, Classic Plus sometime. Blizzard would be able to gracefully say, we're giving people the exact TBC they want and they deserve. If people quit, so be it. They would have Classic Plus just a few months away, so whatever. Just let people be sweaty. But there is actually a third option, something really interesting that they might do. See, Blizzard might actually rush out the ZA phase. Zolaman, you know, the War Bears, all that stuff. Most people would predict a 12 or 13 week phase 2. It makes perfect sense to make it shorter, for one thing, because last time there were the nerfs, which meant, you know, most people had not even cleared the final bosses, so it made sense to drag it out, but also because of another reason. When Black Temple comes out, SSC and TK, they get the teleporter skip. So basically, if you're stuck progging Black Temple, you can always go back to KT and Vash and keep getting things like your Belt of 100 deaths. I think those teleporter skips give Blizzard exactly the ammunition they need to shorten Phase 2. You have people doing the skip runs and progging Black Temple, and then you rush out ZA sometime in October, and now all of a sudden, anybody that's stuck, they have a completely new raid they can go to. They get catch-up gear, they're able to enjoy ZA, they're making progression on Black Temple, and they're basically raiding a lot more. Now, raiding 4 or 5 times a week, doing Black Temple prog, doing your skip runs and SSC and TK, and doing ZA, it sounds like a lot. But that really is the amount that people were raiding back in Anniversary. You had your Onyxia, your Black Temple, your MC. Sometimes you'd be doing AQ or ZG. It all led to the very most difficult content. And in this case, it would lead to Black Temple. So it would be actually pretty logical for them to do this. It's actually abnormal for us to have what we have now, which is everybody basically just doing 2 raids and logging off again. But whether the raids are hard or easy, whether Blizzard rushes the timeline or not, the fact remains that massive changes are going to be coming to the game itself either way. The top 5 DPS in Black Temple and Hyjal, they could not be more different than they are in SSC and TK. Well, to be fair, it is kind of the same classes in a different order, but it really will shift, especially the Arcane Mages. Arcane Mages right now, they have the post-nerf fights. They are the shortest fights possible. They get the most possible benefit. Once they run out of mana, they do a lot less damage. In Black Temple and Hyjal though, boom, all of a sudden the Arcane Mages really fall down, at least if we're getting pre-nerf. In their place comes a new champion, somebody that is absolutely insane. We are talking about the Fury Warriors. And yes, they're already doing pretty well in SSC and TK, but imagine that times 2. Basically, a Fury Warrior right now, they're going to jump up about 400 deep. FPS in Black Temple. And that's also assuming most people will not have the very best part of all of this, the Warglaives. Warriors are absolutely disgusting in Phase 3, and they are really going to become a stackable class that everybody starts to want. Of course, if it's pre-nerf, you still might want to stack the Hunters and the Warlocks as well, because those are going to make your progression as easy as possible. But eventually, down the line, the Warriors will become the gods of TBC, and everybody is going to want a lot of them. And if you're not playing one, you're really going to feel left out. But who gives a f*** if...
Hola, hola. Oye, tú eres la chica nueva del salón, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí, sí.
¿Quieres...?